Space-Time Smackdown introduced a ton of new EX cards, and I'm so excited to try them all out. The most anticipated one for me has to be Dialga EX. So I made a bunch of decks around that card, tested it out, and I think I found the best one. I tried out a lot of different versions of pairing certain Pokemon with Dialga EX. I started out with Pidgeot EX, and I honestly wasn't really feeling it too much. I tried out the very popular and anticipated Melmetal combination, and although it is pretty good, there's a bunch of inconsistencies with it. And I had the same problem with Heatran. Now, all of the decks that I just listed are very viable Dialga EX decks, but they run into the same problem. They expose Dialga EX's main weakness. Dialga's EX in a role is simple. It's a supporter and it is an engine. Now, Dialga EX's main attack isn't the one that does more damage, it's its Metallic Turbo attack. For 2 energy, it does 30 damage, and that's not crazy, but its added effect is insane. It adds 2 steel type energy to any Pokemon on your bench. So you would think, hey, this is perfect for cards like Melmetal, who takes 4 energy to get its main attack, but it isn't that simple. There's a lot of situations where you're not going to start out with Dialga EX, and you might not even pull Dialga EX by the time your Melmetal is even set up. It kind of negates the whole reason why you have Dialga EX in your deck. There's only one way to guarantee that you'll have Dialga EX in your starting hand, and that's simple. You have to play Dialga EX with a fossil Pokemon. Now, in the Pokemon TCG and in TCG Pocket, fossil Pokemon evolve from fossils, and fossils aren't categorized as Pokemon. And in Pokemon TCG Pocket, you are guaranteed to have at least one basic Pokemon in your starting hand. So if you're running Dialga EX with a fossil Pokemon and no other Pokemon in your deck, you will always start out with Dialga EX. This is because the fossils are item cards, they're not Pokemon. So I'm pairing up Dialga EX with Bastiodon. Now, before we get into it, I want to talk about Bastiodon's ability and its role in the deck. Now, it's really just going to be an annoying tank that can do very decent damage. Its ability is if you flip a coin and you get heads, it takes 100 less damage. Now, that is insane if you get heads, and if you know me, you know I don't really like coin flips, but the good thing about Bastiodon is it already has 160 HP. It's a tank by default, essentially. It's not getting one shot even if its ability doesn't hit, but its ability combined with the fact that it's a one prize card kind of is its payoff, I guess you could say. So there is always a chance that this card will take full damage, but if it does, if worst case scenario happens, your opponent would most likely burn a lot of resources to get this card out, and they'll only get one prize card in return. Now, in the off chance that you do roll heads, which happen, it's a 50-50 shot, it secures you the win. A Palkia and a Mewtwo will end up doing 50 damage to you, and a Charizard will end up doing 120. So let's go into the construction of the deck. You only have 6 Pokemon cards, being 2 Dialga EX, of course, and 2 lines of Bastiodon. Now, I guess Armor Fossil will count as a Pokemon too, but it is an item card, which prevents it from being pulled in our first hand. So we have 2 Armor Fossils as well. Our other items are kind of scattered around, but it makes sense. Just hear me out. We have 1 potion in the rare case that a Palkia or a Mewtwo is going to knock out one of our Dialgas. If Dialga, for whatever reason, has 20 damage on it with a big cape, we're going to want to heal it up. X speed is really good because we're going to be starting out with Dialga, and it pairs well with Dawn. With X speed, we can guarantee Dialga will at least have 1 energy on it because it has a 2 retreat cost, and then with Dawn as a supporter, we can bring one of those energies to the new active Pokemon. This could also help out with Dialga getting heavy impact a little early as well. We have 1 Pokeball and we have 1 Pokemon communication, and those cards kind of go hand in hand for me. You don't necessarily need 2 Dialga in play. You mainly just want 1 in your active spot. Now, say you have a Armor Fossil on your bench, but you don't have Shield on, you have Bastiodon. The play with the Pokeball is simply to have you draw a Dialga, so then you can Pokemon communication it to hopefully get the card that you need. Now, we have 2 Giant Capes and 1 Rocky Helmet. As I mentioned earlier, Palkia and Mewtwo are major threats to Dialga EX, and Giant Cape helps you from getting one-shotted. That's why there's 2 in there. You don't really need Giant Cape on Bastiodon, but if you want to make it tankier than it already is, go ahead. Rocky Helmet is the main tool that you want to put on Bastiodon just to be annoying and deal passive damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And of course we have 2 Professor's Research. I don't think there'll ever be a deck where we don't run 2 Professor's Research. It's a perfect draw mechanic card, and it's a necessity in any deck. We have Leaf as well to get Dialga off the bench while keeping its energy in case you don't want to waste its energy or have an X speed in hand. And we have 1 Cyrus as well, and I really think you only need 1 Cyrus because it's going to be an end game use. But anyways, I am going to stop yapping. Let's get into a battle. Okay, here we go. Turtwig versus Turtwig. Let's go. Looks like we're going first, which isn't really favorable, but it looks like we have an Armor Fossil and a Dialga EX in hand. Well, of course we have the Dialga EX in hand, but Armor Fossil being in our hand is massive for us. They're starting off with Hitmonlee, and off rip, I don't think it will be wise for us to put Armor Fossil there. It can get sniped very easily. So I'm just going to end my turn until I get a shield on. Okay, here we go. We have a Pokeball, so we're going to thin the deck with it. I think I will put the Armor Fossil on the bench because we have a potion and we have our giant cape. So it's going to go from a 2-shot situation to a 3-shot situation, and we're going to have plenty of time to get a shield on. I don't see a need for the Dialga EX joining the bench just yet. So we're going to Metallic Turbo the Armor Fossil. And just like that, we got 4 energy in play. Oh, they're going to Cyrus us. That is okay for now. We're just going to have to see what happens. If we get a shield on, we win the game because it does 50 damage for 2 energy. And there we go. Okay. Interesting start. But there we go. We win the game. But we're definitely going to be testing it out against decks that are actually good. But a win is a win, I guess. And we're going first again. Okay. Steel versus Steel. It's probably going to be a Dialga deck as well. So let's see whose is better. I was going to say they're going to be running Dialga Melmetal, but it looks like they're running Dialga Pidgeot, which I respect heavily. Okay, let's get some draws going. Hopefully we can get a shield on. No shield on. That's okay. We got time. Okay, looks like they're Pokeballing. If they do get a Dialga, they're going to have to switch to it and burn an energy or even just a turn. And they get a Farfetch'd. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Now, I think this Farfetch'd goes down next turn no matter what, even if they do have a potion. Let's see. Do they finally pull the Dialga if they are running one? I would assume they are. Bruh. Okay, no. They just have Farfetch'd and Pidgey. What am I playing against? And we're going to bring our Shieldon out. Who needs Bastiodon anyways when you're just going against birds? This is insane. I've never seen a weirder deck in my life. Actually, you know, I probably have. But here we go. Shieldon. I don't even know. I swear, whenever I record a video, I get the weirdest opponents. I get the weirdest decks ever. Come on, dude. It's over. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that was weird. That was really weird, but we're going to go right back into it. Hopefully we can get a better deck. We're facing off against some really, really easy decks right now. We're going first again. Dark type. They're going to be running Darkrai Weavile probably. That's annoying. That's an annoying deck to go up against. But we have an Armor Fossil in hand. We have a Professor's Research. We have a Bastiodon. It's looking all right. It is looking all... We have the shield on. Okay. I'm on the fence of using this Professor's Research in the case they have a Mars or a red card. Just because I have my evolution here, I don't want them to think that I have something crazy. You know what? I'm going to do it, and I'm probably going to add this giant cape to Dialga EX just to make it seem like we don't have a crazy hand. Darkrai EX is another insane card to come out of Space-Time Smackdown. Its ability is crazy. It's super annoying. There's a lot of decks that can pair up very well with it too. I've been seeing Weavile, but also Magnezone. That's another one I'll probably be doing a video on for sure. Trotagon. Okay, so this looks like it's probably going to be the Magnezone deck.
Hello, mother...
Yep, there it is. There's the Magnemite. The Magnezone deck is very toxic. It is very, very toxic. We can thin the deck with the Pokeball, bring out the Dialga EX. We can even put Dialga EX on the bench. I don't see why not. And we're just gonna start building up our active Dialga EX so we can start attaching energy to our Shieldon. The real question is he going to retreat or leave the Darkrai out? Got another Darkrai on the bench, so I think they're intending on this Darkrai getting sacrificed. But here we go. We got Bastiodon in play, finally. And we're finally going up against a very good deck. I'm going to hold off from using the Giant Cape. I want to get Rocky Helmet for Bastiodon for the way that this opponent's deck is probably going to be played. So let's go ahead and Metallic Turbo and start setting up our Bastiodon. Unfortunately, we just do enough damage where we can't get it into one-shot territory. We can potentially sacrifice this Dialga EX, do another 30 to it, and hope that they don't have a Giant Cape. Okay, never mind. No more yapping. No more yapping. I think we're going to switch over to the Bastiodon immediately then. I am going to set up the Bastiodon, and I am just going to take an L with the energy retreat. We don't have Rocky Helmet. I don't think we need Giant Cape though. Our opponent's deck is kind of like a chip away deck. They're not going to be doing a lot of damage at once. It's like a lot of damage over time. So let's just go ahead and headbang it out. Easy 80 damage. We got it into one-shot territory. Now, if I were my opponent, I'd probably retreat the Darkrai at this point. Got Magneton on the bench. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. They're building up the other Darkrai EX. And like I said, if I was him, I'd switch out to the Druddigon probably. But we'll see how he plays. He might want to try to do 80 damage to us. Oh, he's going to do 80 damage. Let's see. Can we roll heads? If we don't, it doesn't really matter. But we do, and we take 0 damage from a fully flushed out Darkrai EX with all 3 energy on it. That is crazy. Oh, and they conceded right away. I mean, we did secure the dub off of that, but the dub came to us a lot quicker. Darkrai EX with Magnezone and Druddigon is probably one of the most toxic decks, and we just straight up bullied him. Thanks to a coin flip, I won't hide that fact. Thanks to the coin flip, but even if they hit us for 80, we were still in a very good position to win. Bastiodon is just insane. But let's try to get one more match, and we're going to send Moltres a thanks for actually a good showing. We got the Steel type energy on our opponent, so they're hopefully going to be running Dialga EX, not Farfetch'd Pidgey. And we have Armor Fossil in our hand. They got a Mawile out. So this is probably going to be the deck that all of the other YouTubers are going to be like, hey, this is the best Dialga EX deck, run it now. And I guarantee you it's not. It's the same one that's just going all around social media, all around YouTube, all around Twitter. And I guarantee you, it is not the best Dialga EX deck. My version is. You need to start out with Dialga EX for it to do well, for it to be played perfectly. If you don't start out with Dialga EX, you're probably going to lose. It's like a 50-50 shot at that point. But when you got Dialga EX in hand, especially if you're going second like me right now, things start to look real good. But let's see. If this Mawile can discard our energy, that will be annoying. Okay. This isn't Dialga EX. I thought this was Dialga EX, Mawile, and Melmetal. But this is just another weird deck. Oh my goodness. Seriously? I'm not going to end on a weird deck. Let's see. What do they roll here? Tails again. If you're going to run a coin flip deck, you better be good at rolling heads. That's all I'm saying. When you have weird decks that you're going up against with this Dialga EX deck, I guess Shieldon's the GOAT. Come on, let's see if you roll heads. Let's see if you do something. Whoa, he rolled heads. I'm so scared. Oh no. Let's give Bastiodon some play with the Rocky Helmet too. This is, oh, okay, never mind. Opponent conceded. Oh, okay, we'll go into another battle. But this is just crazy. They have Steel. I swear, the Steel type decks have always been questionable. Please be some form of Dialga EX. This will be perfect. Jigglypuff. So this is probably Dialga EX Wigglytuff. Unless they're running Jigglypuff on its own for Melmetal. I hope that's not the case. I really hope that's not the case. Let's get some draw going. Hopefully we can get Shieldon. We don't, but we also have another Professor's Research.
Wait a minute.
Oh man. Meltan. Okay, so this is going to be another junk deck. What the heck? Come on. Why didn't you attach energy to your active Jigglypuff? What's going on? What is even, my opponent keeps leaving the match too. It's got like better things to do. Oh, we got the Wigglytuff EX. Okay, so maybe you're gonna build up the Wigglytuff. Sure. Oh, you use a leaf. Use a whole leaf for your Jigglypuff. We have Cyrus. It's not looking good for you, homie. Wigglytuff EX. That's not even fully set up. We're gonna attach Rocky Helmet to Bastiodon just to be extra annoying. And we're going to retreat, bring out the Bastiodon, and here we go, headbang. The sleep factor might be annoying, but I don't see how we can lose. I really don't, unless we are just incredibly unlucky.
Da Vinci?
Okay, oh, there's the Dialga EX. So they're running Wigglytuff, Melmetal, and Dialga EX. That's a little much. We don't get the heads. That's fine. It's gonna take them a while to knock us out. Hopefully we can roll the heads here. I'd rather roll the heads here. There we go. Okay. A lot of coin flips this game, I can already tell. We are going to potion the Bastiodon, and we're going to headbang. They have no more potions, so this Wigglytuff EX is gonna go down if it attacks this turn because of our Rocky Helmet. Well, it gets knocked out from our Rocky Helmet, so that's 2 prize cards for us. We have a Cyrus in hand, so no matter what, we can just bring out the Jigglypuff. If Bastiodon wakes up, great, we can end the game quicker. If not, this Dialga EX will be set up. And it wakes up. Okay. Wow, that's a whole lot of work just to lose terribly. Oh, they conceded. Okay. Yeah, if you're going to run Dialga EX and you want to run Wigglytuff, just run Dialga EX and Wigglytuff. Maybe throw in a Skarmory. Okay, maybe you can get away with that. You don't need to run 2 one-stage lines, Melmetal and Wigglytuff. That's crazy. They're running Dark, another Darkrai deck. That could be interesting, but look at this. We have the full evolutionary line. Spiritomb, okay. We don't need Armor Fossil on the bench right now. I'm going to end the turn right away. I don't want to get any damage on anything on the bench when we don't need it to get damage on it, because it can really just come down to 10 HP. Oh, this is going to be annoying. Okay. This is probably Darkrai Weavile. Let's get our Armor Fossil on the bench now. We're going to Pokeball, and we are going to bring out this Dialga. You know what we could do? We got Dawn in hand. We could potentially knock out the Spiritomb next turn. Oh wait, no, not next turn. The turn after next turn. Were my calculations correct? Oh, there's Sabrina-ing. Okay, you know what? No, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to bring out the Armor Fossil, and we can just always discard it for no prize cards to our opponent. Does 20 damage. That is fine. Let's Professor's Research now. That's fine. It can be the Dialga show. So we're going to Metallic Turbo. We're going to get some damage on us. That's okay. Going to put some energy on our other Dialga, and we have Dawn ready to go. I would really like to get a Armor Fossil on the bench, but at this point, I think it needs to be the Dialga show. Looks like their Darkrai is all set up. I don't think we go for the Dawn. I think we Professor's Research, and hopefully we get the Armor Fossil. Because if we Dawn, we're going to set up this Dialga for failure. Yeah, even if we do Potion, this Dialga is going to be done for. So we're going to Metallic Turbo. Hopefully we can make it work. Let's see. Maybe they don't even bring out their other Darkrai. Maybe they just sacrifice the Spiritomb. Swirling Disaster. Oh, yes. Okay. Finally. I'm going to get a potion on our benched Dialga EX. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that because I don't want them to be able to Cyrus a very healthy Dialga EX. We're going to attach an energy to our Armor Fossil, Metallic Turbo to knock it out, and then we will attach more energy to our Armor Fossil. Okay, this is turning around. Darkrai is so annoying to play against. Okay, they got the Weavile. Okay, I think we win. Because we have Cyrus in hand, we're going to do 100 damage. I'm going to even do more damage with Rocky Helmet. We're going to evolve the Shieldon in case they have a Sabrina. They won't be able to one-shot us there. Let's do Heavy Impact for 100. And I don't think there's any coming back from this for them. They're going to have to switch out the Weavile. There you go. All you can do is 100 damage max this turn. You're not going to be able to... yeah, you're not going to be able to do it. I win with Cyrus. Cyrus is so good. Okay, so this was the Dialga show, not the Bastiodon, not the Shieldon. This was the Dialga show. So Dialga can be a viable answer in very situational situations. But here we go. We're gonna Cyrus the Weavile, and we win the game. Just like that. Wow. Oh, they conceded. They don't want to see us do the damage. Quick quitters. So I guess that's gonna do it. We got some decent games in, both being different versions of Darkrai EX, a very popular card to play with in this new meta. So that just goes to show how good Dialga EX is alongside Bastiodon. I hope you guys test out this deck. It's really fun to play with. It's very successful, and I believe it's the best way to play Dialga EX. And as always, if you enjoy this content, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.